A man changed a woman's entire personality using nothing but a single photograph in his hand. She had no idea it happened. He didn't even realize what he was doing. But the woman on the other end of that phone call turned into a completely different person in 10 minutes flat. And the proof? The verdict handed down weeks later by total strangers who'd never even met her, just from listening to a recording of that call. Turns out, people don't change because of the words you use. They change because of what you already think about them. And you're probably doing this every single day, in every conversation, without ever realizing it. Let me tell you how I found this out. Years ago, I had to make a phone call. It mattered. It was for something important. There was a woman on the other end, someone I'd never met in my life. But a friend of mine warned me beforehand. Look, this woman is cold. She's got a permanent scowl on her face. She's going to say no. So I got on that call, and without even noticing, everything about me shifted. My tone, the distance in my words, all of it. I had no idea it was happening. The call ended. She said no. I turned to my friend and said, "See? Told you she was cold." But then something strange happened. That same day, another friend of mine called that exact same woman. Except somebody had told him the opposite. This woman is sweet, warm, easy to talk to. And he got a yes. From the very same woman, on the very same day. Sounds crazy, right? But there's a whole different psychology sitting underneath this. So what actually changed? Did the woman change? No. The only thing that changed was the picture sitting inside the head of the man who picked up the phone. The first time I really understood that, it hit me like a punch to the gut. Because for years, I thought I was meeting people as they were. But I wasn't. I was meeting them through the photograph already sitting in my head, and they were shaping themselves around my expectations, whether either of us realized it or not. When a commanding officer tells a soldier, "You've got real potential," that soldier actually starts handling his weapon better. One sentence, that's it. But that sentence turns into a truth somewhere deep in the brain, and the body starts living it out. But hold on. You're probably thinking, great, so I'll just say nice things to people, and they'll transform? Except it's not about saying it. It's about actually believing it. If you flash someone a fake smile and say, "I trust you," they'll feel it, because our brains are wired with what are called mirror neurons. They pick up on your certainty, your conviction, the steadiness in your voice. And if you don't actually believe what's coming out of your mouth, those mirror neurons scream one message to the other person: this guy is lying. So you want to know what the real problem usually is. It's that you haven't changed the picture in your own head. You're still staring at that old, cracked, failure-shaped photograph, and you keep walking up to people carrying it with you. Then you wonder why nobody ever listens to you. So, want me to tell you how they turned down $1,800? That one nearly drove me out of my mind. The wall of resistance. One day, I made a bet with a friend. I said, I'm going to go door to door and offer people $1,800 worth of gold for $900. He laughed. Nobody's buying that, he said. What do you mean nobody's buying it? I said, I'm selling gold at half price. So I went, knocked on the first door. A guy opened it. Hey, I've got $1,800 in gold here. I'll let you have it for $900. He looked at me for a second. No thanks, I'm busy, he said, and shut the door. I knocked on 10 doors. All 10 closed on me. Now, were these people stupid? No, they were completely, perfectly normal. I was the one who'd missed something. The second I showed up at their door, an alarm went off in their head. This guy wants something from me. He's about to manipulate me. That alarm fires before any kind of value calculation ever gets a chance to start. People ask, is this guy scamming me? Way before they ever get around to asking, Is this actually a good deal? And I never even made it to that second question. But then I learned something. I made that exact same offer inside a shop, in an office, through someone people already knew and trusted, and doors opened like magic. Same gold, same price. The only thing that changed was the context. People say no inside the frame of a stranger showed up at my door. They say yes inside the frame of an expert is making me an offer in his office. It's not what you say that decides the outcome. It's where, when, and in what kind of room you say it. And this is exactly where most people mess up the worst. They go hunting for the right words. They sit there asking, what sentence do I need to say to get a yes? But there's no such thing as the right sentence. There's the right context, the right timing, the right setting. And while you're still fighting a war with your words, the other person's brain has already made up its mind. So how do you actually figure out the right timing? Timing and willpower. One day I noticed something. Everyone I called on Monday mornings said yes. Everyone I called on Friday afternoons said no. It's still the same product, and the price hasn't gone up. I know it sounds ridiculous, but change the day, and you get a completely different outcome. Why? Because every person is walking around with a kind of fuel tank inside them. When you wake up in the morning, that tank is full. You're telling yourself, okay, today I'm going to make good decisions, stay calm, actually think things through. But every no you say throughout the day, every flash of anger you swallow, every forced smile you put on, every bit of that drains the tank. By the evening, it's running on empty. And no matter what you offer someone whose tank is empty, the answer is going to be no, because saying no is easy. Saying yes takes real thought, and thinking takes fuel. But hang on, it doesn't stop there, because this timing thing isn't just about the hour of the day. It's about the day of the week too. Monday morning, the tank's full. Friday evening, it's empty. And if you're making your big pitch on a Friday evening, you've already agreed to lose before you even opened your mouth. Here's what really matters. If you genuinely want to change someone, don't tell them to change. Change the picture in your own head first. See them, truly, without a shred of doubt, as certain as you are that the sun's coming up tomorrow, as capable, as good, as worth something. Then build the right context. Don't show up at their door. Get invited into their office. Don't be a stranger. Come through someone they already trust. And pick the right moment. And most important of all, give them something. Doesn't matter how small. A simple thank you. A book. A cup of coffee. Because the human brain, the second it receives something, starts whispering, I owe them one back. And that whisper is stronger than any defense wall a person knows how to build. If this gave you something to chew on, if part of you is sitting there thinking, yeah, I've lived that one too, don't scroll past without leaving a comment. Tell me, which door slammed in your face? I want to hear it. Because sometimes the biggest change in your life starts the moment you feel like someone's actually listening to you. And who knows? Someone you meet down there in the comments might end up changing your life for good. If you want more stories like this one, there's plenty more where this came from on the channel. Go take a look. Take care.